Babies and youthful family in Prams can be vulnerable to up to 60% more than contamination rather than adults, a research suggests. Expert told early childhood were vulnerable to dirtier air in Prams since they were reduced to the land and nearer to fumes tubular products. They are as well more than at hazard of the public health dangers of filthy air since their bodies are little and evolving. The research's authors told avoiding lively roads and with stroller relating were ways to bring contamination exposition. Researchers at the World Centre for Pure Air Study, at the College of Surrey, transport out a overview of current testimony, found how the respiratory altitude of early childhood in Prams was among and 2 FOOT, over land standard. Since contamination levels are more during 1 m of land standard, these early childhood are creature vulnerable to up to 60% more than penalty particulate air contamination rather than adults, the testimony indicates. Curb contamination contains top levels of toxicity metals, that include the capacity to reduce marrow growth in early childhood, the researchers told. Professor Prashant Kumar, one of the authors of the document, told, while you as well believe how sensitive they are since of their tissues, immunity system and marrow growth at the previous phase of their lifetime, it is very anxious how they are creature vulnerable to these hazardous levels of contamination. The researchers told the sum of additional contamination babies in Prams breathed in would be reduced in areas in less than traffic or wherever contamination was spread in some ways, such as in curb hedges. The research did not see at if several Prams were superior or worst for exposition to contamination. The authors named for more than to be made to bring air contamination or reduce its effects, such as decrease the emissions of way vehicles and hopeful more use of social transportation. In the meanwhile, Professor Kumar told, parents could bring the hazard to their babies and youthful family by with stroller relating and avoiding contamination hotspots, such as lively roads, traffic lights and bus stops. He added, in the numerous of testimony we set out in the overview, it is essential how everyone through the nation begins a complete and frank talk on contamination and the effect it has on our largest sensitive, of parents and society leaders, to by the government officials and production. Professor Jonathan Grigg, of the King School of Pediatrics and Kid Public Health, who was not implicated in the study, told the received information were a main anxiety. To assist defend families' public health we must contribute alternatives to cars spurred by gasoline and diesel engine, he added.